So that's your beat, right? Like I said, it's very important to have a creative beat if you want to have a creative fill, right? Let's look at our fill. Let's look at each measure. Typically, you're going to hear it, especially if you're a beginning drummer, you're likely to play a fill, something like what I have here as our starting fill. You're going to play something like this. And so forth, right? I mean, you may laugh at that, but I do hear stuff like that all the time, right? Obviously, it's very, there's no dynamics, it's not interesting over here when I'm doing this thing. That's just asking to be rushed. I mean, the roll's going to be sloppy. There's a whole host of problems with that, right? So let's tear that apart, all right? First measure. Instead of going like this, let's add some space. So let's take beat 1 instead of going like this. Let's just do 1. And then the rest of the measure. So leaves us with this on 1A. All right. Now, if you look down at 1B, let's turn beat 1 into a crash with the bass drum. All right. So now there's a little bit more of a feeling of introduction, right? There's a little bit more impact going there, right? All right. Still kind of dull though, right? Let's now on 1C, you see we have this on beat 2. All right. So you combine that with our crash, we have this. Right, makes it more interesting, doing a flam over here, and we're adding space, so we're getting more musical by the second. You go down to 1D, we have the crash on 1. Now we just created more space, we're just playing 8th notes on beat 3 instead of 16th notes, and we moved them to the bass drum. So beat 3 we now have, and then on the snare. So we have this. And that could very well work, right? But let's do this. Let's make it a little more. Let's make it flow a little bit more. Let's add a 5-stroke roll at the end, right?